You never realized it, but something profoundly important just shifted in your life. A deep trial you didn't even know was a test has been passed, opening doors that you once believed were locked tight. All that spiritual resistance, all those moments of doubt and confusion, were part of a hidden process preparing you for a massive breakthrough. You sensed a change in the atmosphere, the stirring of new opportunities drawing closer by the minute. Now it's time to move boldly into the next chapter. If this resonates with you, like this message, subscribe for future guidance, and drop 77 in the comments. Doing so affirms your readiness and signals to the universe that you won't let these blessings slide by. Chapter 1. The Unseen Challenge That Elevated You. The most life-altering tests often come disguised as ordinary struggles. You might have been wrestling with a dilemma that felt small on the surface, like facing a difficult colleague or juggling a routine responsibility that somehow became overwhelming. Yet something about this situation required you to tap into reserves of strength, patience, or creativity you didn't know you possessed. Without even realizing it, you met the challenge head on. You acted with integrity, you chose kindness when harsh words might have been easier, or you persisted when it would have been simpler to walk away. And that seemingly mundane moment turned into a spiritual proving ground. During this hidden exam, you felt waves of doubt. A quiet voice might have whispered that your efforts were in vain, that no one would notice if you cut corners or gave up. But you didn't. You persisted, forging through the confusion and frustration. And because you stayed true to your values, the energy around you shifted. Sometimes the universe sends these subtle tests to see if your inner growth is keeping pace with the blessings you've asked for. Whether you prayed, meditated, or simply hoped, you sent out a call for deeper purpose and greater reward. This test was the universe's response. While you were busy handling day-to-day life, your spirit was quietly marking milestones. Each time you overcame fear with courage, each time you chose honesty over avoidance, you were issuing a statement: I am capable of more than I used to be. That statement reverberates to the unseen layers of existence, signaling that your readiness for new opportunities is no longer theoretical. It's proven. People around you might sense a change in your demeanor. You may walk with more assurance, speak with a touch of authority you never owned before, or simply radiate a presence that says you've been through something transformative. Once this quiet challenge is behind you, you notice fresh doors cracking open. Maybe a project at work you assumed was beyond your skill set suddenly lands in your lap. Perhaps a mentor or ally you never considered approachable starts paying attention to your ideas. You might even find yourself receiving random praises or thanks from people you barely interact with. These are signs that the intangible shift is becoming tangible, that you're stepping into a space where your contributions are recognized and your potential is validated. You've moved from a mindset of, is this all there is, to what else might be possible. The powerful thing about this hidden test is that it confirms you've already got the qualities you need to thrive at the next level. Sometimes you don't know your own strength until circumstances force you to flex it. And by passing that test, even unknowingly, you unlock parts of yourself that were dormant. Now, with these freshly awakened abilities, you're far more prepared than you realize to handle the wave of possibility heading your way. So when you sense a new path nudging at you, don't second-guess yourself. Remember the trial you already overcame, the growth you've already displayed. Embrace the shift wholeheartedly, letting it propel you into the opportunities you once only dreamed possible. Chapter 2. The Hidden Preparations You Didn't Know You Were Making. It's easy to assume that the big changes in life only come after grand gestures or deliberate quests for self-improvement. Yet the greatest expansions often unfold through the simple, unassuming acts of everyday existence. Without your conscious awareness, you've been laying a foundation of discipline, empathy, and resilience. All those little decisions you made, like acting with integrity when no one was watching or summoning the courage to help someone in need, have quietly shaped your readiness for a breakthrough. Imagine a craftsman painstakingly polishing a gem day after day with seemingly no end in sight. Each motion is small, each day's progress subtle, but collectively they transform a rough stone into something brilliant. That's the sort of internal refinement you've been undergoing. Each choice, each dilemma faced, has chipped away at old fears, bad habits, or limiting beliefs. You might have wondered why you were being confronted with so many minor obstacles. In truth, these trifling challenges served as spiritual weightlifting, toning parts of your character so you'd be strong enough to carry the blessings set to arrive. Sometimes the universe orchestrates a series of seemingly unrelated events to prime you for a massive shift. A new friendship might have taught you to trust your instincts about people. An unexpected financial squeeze might have honed your resourcefulness. A conflict with a loved one could have sharpened your communication skills or deepened your compassion. These experiences don't just happen. They're arranged in a sequence that ensures you gather the exact tools and lessons you'll need later on. Only in hindsight can you see how every piece fits into a grander design. Some of your most significant growth might have happened in moments of solitude. You could have found yourself alone with your thoughts more often than usual, faced with choices about who you want to be and what you'll tolerate from yourself and others. Even if you felt lonely, that time was crucial. When life thrusts you into pockets of isolation, it often aims to bring unaddressed truths to the surface. It's in those moments of stillness that real shifts in mindset or perspective can occur, fueling a depth of readiness you can't acquire while surrounded by endless distractions. The key to recognizing your hidden preparations is tuning into your present state. Notice how you handle stress compared to a year ago. See how your intuition has sharpened, how your emotional reactions have mellowed, how your understanding of what truly matters has refined. These are not accidents. They are the result of countless micro-actions you performed under everyday pressures. The result? A sharper, more focused version of yourself now stands on the threshold of opportunity. At times, you might have wished for a clear roadmap, a more direct signal that you were on the right track. Yet the universe often remains subtle because that subtlety fosters authentic growth. If you knew all along that every mundane trial was grooming you for greatness, you might have performed only to get the reward. The covert nature of these preparations ensures sincerity. You grew simply because it was the right thing to do, not because you expected applause. And that, ironically, makes you all the more worthy of the applause now heading your way. Chapter 3. Realizing the doors that have swung open suddenly, you may notice that what used to feel like dead ends now offer glimpses of possibility. Situations and people that once seemed out of reach begin to shift in your favor. It's as if an invisible current propels you forward, guiding you to opportunities you never even thought to pursue. Yet this isn't magic or coincidence. It's the unfolding of a cosmic principle. You've leveled up internally, and your external world is responding in kind. One clear sign of newly opened doors is the influx of fresh connections. People who once barely knew you start showing interest, asking for your input, or inviting you into conversations you were previously excluded from. You might think they've changed, but in reality, you have. When your energy escalates, it either attracts those who vibrate at a similar frequency or repels those who can't handle your newfound potency. Don't be surprised if friends who once seemed close drift away while unexpected allies arise. This isn't a betrayal, it's realignment. Energies must match to sustain genuine connection. You may also find that life drops hints of bigger roles for you to play, maybe at work, in community projects, or through personal ventures you've long dreamed about. These hints can come in the form of an offhand compliment from a supervisor, a serendipitous encounter with a potential collaborator, or sudden clarity about the direction you should take. Once you sense these nudges, respond quickly. Procrastination can dull the momentum that's now in your favor. Even if you're unsure, trust that the door wouldn't open if you weren't ready to walk through it. Past rejections might morph into acceptance, or even an apology. Someone who undervalued your work could unexpectedly reach out, acknowledging the skill they once overlooked. Old tensions might dissolve as people who once opposed you now see the wisdom in your perspective. Remember, this isn't a cue to indulge in grudges or demand restitution. The gracious path is to welcome new possibilities without carrying bitterness forward. After all, the point of this entire journey has been growth, for them as well as for you. You also might spot a new sense of ease in areas that used to intimidate you. Maybe public speaking no longer makes you tremble, or confronting authority figures doesn't raise your blood pressure the way it once did. This isn't arrogance, it's the confidence born from a series of successful trials that you overcame without even labeling them as tests. Embrace this sense of ease as a signal that your capacity has expanded. The tasks that once felt like chaos are now manageable stepping stones toward even larger goals. As these doors open, ensure you remain grounded. Opportunity is exhilarating, but it can also lead to scattered energies if you chase everything at once. Discernment is crucial. Ask yourself whether an offer or path aligns with the person you become. Integrity remains non-negotiable. The same moral compass that got you here will guide you in deciding which doors to step through and which to gently close. By balancing ambition with wisdom, you ensure that each new path leads you deeper into purpose, rather than scattering you in 1,000 directions. Chapter 4. Harnessing Momentum While Remaining Humble. Once the floodgates of opportunity open, a surge of enthusiasm can sweep you off your feet. It's exhilarating to see your efforts recognized, your potential validated, and your dreams moving within reach. However, this is also when you face a new challenge: maintaining the balance between seizing the moment and staying grounded. Overconfidence or haste can trip you up, while self-doubt can stall your progress. The key is to surf this wave of momentum with both courage and humility. You might find yourself tempted to brag a little or flaunt your successes, especially if you felt overlooked in the past. It's natural to want recognition, but remember how your journey began. The trials you overcame happened quietly, almost in secrecy. Your success emerged from authenticity and sincere effort, not from grandstanding. If you allow ego to overshadow your mission, you risk alienating the very people or forces that contributed to your advancement. Gratitude and humility keep you aligned with the energy that helped you flourish in the first place. Humility doesn't mean denying your strengths. It means recognizing that your abilities, no matter how extraordinary, remain part of a bigger tapestry of events, people, and universal support. Whenever you feel the swell of pride creeping up, pause to acknowledge those who helped along the way. It could be a mentor who gave advice, a friend who provided emotional support, or even the adversity itself, which forced you to mature. By celebrating them as well, you maintain a balanced perspective that enriches you rather than isolates you in your success. During this period, consider establishing or refining daily practices that center you. Meditation, prayer, journaling, or even a walk in nature can help ground the rush of excitement. These simple acts serve as an anchor, reminding you that while achievements may fluctuate, your essence remains steady. This grounding approach not only protects you from burnout, but also ensures you respond to new opportunities with clarity rather than desperation. You no longer chase success, you attract it by being a stable force in its midst. Moreover, humble momentum means continuing to learn. Doors may open, but the real transformation happens as you walk through them. Each new role or opportunity comes with its own learning curve, challenges, and responsibilities. Stay open to guidance, whether from colleagues, friends, or unexpected sources. The universe, having guided you this far, won't lead you to flounder now, but it expects your continued willingness to adapt and grow. One final aspect of harnessing momentum is generosity. Recognize that the blessings you receive can become blessings for others. Whether through mentorship, kindness, or sharing resources, giving back creates a cycle that propels you even further. Every time you extend a hand to someone standing where you once stood, you fortify the energetic bridges that led you to your breakthroughs. It's as if the positivity you send out returns in amplified form, strengthening your capacity to manage even bigger opportunities. By merging humility with forward drive, you ensure a stable ascent rather than a precarious climb. Chapter 5. Identifying and Overcoming the Fear of Success. Amid all the excitement of new possibilities, there's a subtle emotion that can lurk in the shadows: fear of success. It might sound counterintuitive, but it's not uncommon to feel uneasy or even downright terrified as good things unfold. Sometimes you question whether you deserve this abundance, or you worry that accepting greater visibility will expose you to criticism and jealousy. Yet acknowledging this fear is the first step to moving beyond it. Why would success scare you? Part of it stems from the realization that more opportunities often bring more responsibility. You may fear failing under the weight of higher expectations. Others might rely on you in ways they didn't. Then there's the possibility of outgrowing old circles. If you elevate your life, will it create distance between you and certain friends or family members who can't relate? Such questions can linger in your mind, threatening to sabotage the very blessings you've worked hard to attain. The remedy is to confront these anxieties head on. First, give yourself permission to celebrate victories no matter how small. Success isn't an accident. It's usually the culmination of diligence, resilience, and a sprinkle of destiny. You have earned this. Remind yourself that achieving one milestone doesn't mean you stop learning or remain forever scrutinized. Success is a stepping stone, not a final judgment on your character or capabilities. As you embrace that truth, the fear begins to lose its hold. Next, develop a healthy relationship with vulnerability. Being successful doesn't mean you must appear invincible. In fact, sharing your challenges can humanize you and build genuine connections. When people see you acknowledge your imperfections while still pushing forward, they respect you more, not less. Transparency about your struggles keeps you grounded, reinforcing that perfection isn't a requirement for continued growth. By being open about your journey, you not only dissolve your own fear, but also invite others to face theirs. Another important approach is to create a support system. Intentionally surround yourself with individuals who truly celebrate your achievements and encourage your development. A circle that can offer honest feedback and constructive criticism without belittling you is priceless. In such a setting, your fear of success morphs into motivation because you know you'll have help navigating each stage. The reassurance that you're not alone in this journey can make challenges feel surmountable. Finally, practice self-forgiveness for any future missteps. Even in success, you're allowed to stumble. Overthinking the prospect of making mistakes can stifle your willingness to embrace bigger opportunities. Everyone at the top has a story of lessons learned the hard way. Accept that you'll face setbacks, but also trust your ability to bounce back stronger. By doing so, you transform anxiety into faith and resilience. Each time you confront and conquer the fear of success, you widen the gateway for more blessings to enter, ensuring that you don't become your own roadblock just when life is ready to grant you extraordinary gifts. Chapter 6. Consolidating Your Power and Purpose. By now you've seen doors open, cultivated humility, and dismantled subtle fears of success. It's time for something deeper, integrating all you've learned so your next steps reflect unwavering clarity about why you're here and what you're meant to achieve. Power isn't just authority over others. It's your capacity to shape your destiny. Through unspoken tests, you've shown discipline, empathy, and resilience. Now your challenge is to unify these strengths under a guiding purpose. Ask yourself, what do I truly stand for? What legacy do I want to leave? Answering those questions earnestly gives your actions a new coherence, replacing aimless decisions with alignment to your deeper calling. Consolidation also involves setting firm boundaries to safeguard your vision. As you rise, more people will seek to collaborate or ask favors. Generosity is vital, yet spreading yourself too thin dilutes your impact. Knowing when and how to say no preserves your energy for tasks and relationships. Once you consolidate your lessons with who you aspire to be, you align so completely with your destiny that advancing feels almost natural. The universe meets a heart committed to purpose with momentum and peace, allowing you to rise without strife, confident in both your mission and your resilience. Chapter 7. Moving Forward with Confidence and Compassion. The time has come to stride ahead, fortified by the tests you've passed, the preparation revealed, and the doors now open. Yet true success demands that ambition and empathy walk hand in hand. Confidence might still allow traces of doubt, especially when entering uncharted territory. But your recent breakthroughs prove you're far more capable than you once believed. When fear resurfaces, recall the trials you've conquered and the resilience you've developed. You no longer rely on external validation. Your actions already confirm your worthiness. Compassion ensures your ascent doesn't trample others. The challenges you face shaped a deeper empathy. Don't leave that behind. Let your newly recognized power serve to uplift, not exploit. Treat people as companions on the journey, respecting their roles and offering mentorship when possible. Collaboration rooted in respect weaves kindness into your success, transforming it from mere personal gain into a shared victory. As you set new goals, anchor them in something beyond personal benefit. Ambitions aimed at a larger cause or community tap into an abundant well of motivation. Challenges become easier to surmount because your drive transcends self-interest. This also grounds you in humility, reminding you that your gifts are obligations to uphold, not treasures to hoard. Expect further tests as you reach higher levels. Each expansion tests your integrity, how you handle more resources, greater influence, or new complexities. Will your principles remain firm, or will ego creep in? Embrace these obstacles as part of continuous growth. Passing them elevates both your position and your character. Keep gratitude central. Amid the rush of new opportunities, pause to remember how far you've come. Be thankful for blessings as well as hardships. They molded you. Acknowledge the mentors, friends, and even strangers who appeared at pivotal moments. Gratitude softens your heart and keeps your perspective clear, so you never lose sight of the extraordinary blend of resolve and grace that fuels your journey. With confidence lit by purpose and compassion guiding every step, you hold a recipe for lasting fulfillment. Your story already shows that a ready spirit meets boundless possibilities. Forge ahead, honoring both your inner evolution and the hope you bring to those following behind you. For you, the gates of opportunity aren't just open, they're flung wide, inviting you to rise until you've left an indelible mark of transformation on the world around you. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your support. Helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.